Em and Sol are now going to exchange vows. There are some legal vows that we have to say, but they've also written some of their own vows that they're going to read to each other for the very first time today. So, Em, please repeat after me. Oh, okay. Temperature needs to cool down on the iPad. Family and friends, it's my pleasure to welcome you all here today. Surrounded by beauty and nurtured by the sights and sounds of nature, we're gathered here to witness a unique moment in the lives of Em and Sol. Today they join their lives in the union of marriage. So how did Em, our English rose, end up with Sol, the most Aussie guy you've ever met? It was the summer of 2017 and Sol was spending the day at Fitzroy Pool with mates. The first baby of the group was on the way and Sol was having a flick through Tom's How to Be a Dad book. Em had just arrived in Oz after travelling through Southeast Asia with her cousin Charlotte. Em walked in and Sol thought, "Oh, who's that?" and swiftly chucked the How to Be a Dad book under the chair.
I'm Steve and this is Sue. And we're Ryan's mum and dad. For years we've just been called Solly's mum or Solly's dad. And recently Rudy's grandparents, which, is awesome.
I think there was a time when we all really wondered who Ryan would end up with. The fact that he managed to convince an intelligent, charismatic, fun-loving English babe to stay in Australia and marry him is something that only a few years ago would have seemed completely unfathomable. In Ryan's own words, persistence beats resistance.
That one looking so fresh, so cool, so confident. People wanna know who's that?
In their hearts, Em and Sol are already committed to one another, and the ceremony gives formal recognition to that commitment. And of course, it's a bloody good excuse for a massive party.
So, I stand here before you amongst all our beautiful family and friends and reflect on the 600 different times this week I have asked you if you have written your vows.
The wedding of Emily and Sol in Tasmania. I don't think it can get much cooler. Needless to say, planning has been somewhat down to the wire, with Em and Sol only just writing their vows this week, and I think finishing them this morning. I think Sol's laid-back attitude has definitely worn off on Em.
I'd just like to say a special thanks to Em's grandmum. She is such a character, and at 85 she's made this epic journey to be here today to see Em get married.
Em told me she has never once and never will question your love for her. She admires many things about you, but what stands out the most is your ability to stay calm and grounded in any situation. You never panic, mostly.
12 seconds later.
Janet, there's been a lot going on, mate.
Oh, you're in charge. Would you like to borrow one?
Sometimes it feels like
When writing these vows, I was trying to find the right words to explain what drew me to you and why you meant so much to me. Initially, it was your warm smile and your carefree nature. Now I know there's so much more to you that I love and appreciate. I feel so thankful and privileged to stand up here with you today and commit to our future together.
Em and Sol have declared before us, their family and friends, that they will live together in marriage. They have symbolised it by joining hands, by taking vows and exchanging rings. It is therefore my great privilege and pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. You may share your first kiss.
May you remember that your worth is not just in what you do or say, it is a deep part of you. May you live and love with kindness that abounds. And may you always remember you are loved so very much, my daughter, my friend.
And leaving Heathrow Airport with Charlotte about 7 years ago, with the departing words of my mother ringing in my ear as I turn the corner. Whatever you do, don't get an Australian boyfriend. I was young, fancy-free, ready for adventure, so I made a promise that of course I would not. Yet here I am, having just married one of the most Australian men I could probably find, in the most Australian setting I could possibly find. And I'd love to say I'm sorry for breaking my promise, Mum, but I'm not.